Walk along this lonely road. Hey, can you hear me, sister? Well, I got no idea what the thing is. I'm gonna guess that I'm also on this Emmy. Let's just mess with that guy. Look, I learned a new trick. I've become chair. Now I'm not chair. Let's see, what else are we on? Nope. What's this button do? Oh, look, now I'm all tiny and all that stuff. This is great. Maybe this one? I mean, I guess. There we go. Now I'm normal sized. Check out the eyebrow game. It's on point. Welcome back to Mint Potion. We're gonna be making moves. Not really faking moves. Unless you're a snake in shoes. That sounds like it rhymes. I'm not sure. If it actually does, what are the rules of rhyming? Um, find out today. As we discover things that rhyme with polygon. Things that make you go, ah, shit. That's correct. I'm too weak to move the couch. I simply can't. For those of you who are curious about this couched issue, we actually are going to do what is called move the couch. I think it's getting rained on. Over on this side of the planet, we are going to experience a little bit of rain in your forecast. That's totally understandable. These things happen. Sometimes, part of the Lord's plan or whatever. So, if you're just joining us, thank you for all of the auto hosts. Hopefully, those people get notifications for your channel so they can come and see you too. And I still think, half of these guys we have, half of these usernames we actually have counted for. Trying to kind of scroll into that zone. McPherson Sound. Check that out. NES Dude 178, Tukart, and Stangdano. Standango. Actually, I think is a type of Australian musical movement. You are all, of course, I'm grateful for your presence. Roarine also is auto. I think that IRC bots should just kind of have smart punctuation, or at least a creative method for expressing itself. I want yes, except no. I want yes, except no. The story, not to be confused with the one that is taking place in. What is going on here? Not to be confused with the story that is taking place in our ticker at the moment. Trying to figure out what axis I'd like to move. 90. That's not good. No. I think 1800, which is possibly the most famous skateboarding technique of all time. That just seems wrong. We whatever because we care. I'm just putting that out there. Think about it. What axis am I looking at? Let's look at an even brighter screen. For their view from the below. Oh, this is upside down. Of course. Alright, so now I can see in the bottom left corner. It would appear to be around the x-axis that I would like to rotate this object, though I cannot be sure. Right? That seems as though it is turning. And you can also use those red and green squares. I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth forever. Max James is also auto host. Was he who I was supposed to email? Hey chat, if you're around, let me know who I was supposed to email. Because I can't remember. I've had an interesting week. Or two. I'll tell you right now. don't. What is going on? Oh, I just deleted a bunch of these faces. That's great. That's wonderful. But hey, if you are up for the challenge, come hang out with us. I'm gonna be working on 3D modeling. As we set up, Jake is like running around the building with the synthesizer. It's pretty neat. I highly recommend it. If you have a synthesizer that you can run around with, that's cool too. I wish I had another display. I don't know if you've seen photos of the setup there, just screens on screens. But really a second display in this case would be super useful. So I want to rotate this guy back, right? I want that flat edge. I want that turkey leg. And we found out that if we just hit square, 1 and 1, it'll make the thing totally disproportionate, but absolutely wonderful. And I think we'll start with that. I can select the other half if I go to face mode and deselect the interior. Selecting has not ever been this smart before. We're listening to a continued version of the experimental and eclectica that is, it's WFMU, New Jersey? My sister's a DJ there. Go figure. What is this auto projection mapping? Let's see how wrong you are about being right. What's up with these seams? Why is it that our other guy has all these seams? I think that we might have an issue with tessellation. Know what I mean? Of course. I tend to ramble while I work. It keeps the demons somewhat away. Don't worry about that. I was trying to avoid these inside faces, because unwrapping them would be kind of messy. I don't know, one side or another, right? 1 to 1. Seems like it's rotated. And it might just be the mesh itself that is rotated. Who the heck is calling? Somebody I know? Oh, yeah. Oh, hello.
USAA sent the text message code in it, okay?
USA.
USAA, I have to push my thing. But that's for the last time, okay?
Okay, yeah.
So USAA, so stuff,
Okay.
right? Press this. Yeah. Right now, my microphone, but like, people.
Okay, yeah.
Stand by for the code. Yeah?
Sure.
I just, hold on.
Oh, okay. Good. I just need somebody to throw me an orange so I can juggle.
Wait a minute. What? There's something.
Oh, I wonder why.
I don't. There's, okay, my dad, dad.
Hold on just a second. I have to find it. Alright, the number, if you are prepared for it, is 352. Pardon me, that was, I don't know. We're defining the etiquette of technology as we go. You know, I thought in my high school days that maybe it would have been considered rude to reply to a text message or look at your phone. In the flip phone era, in the cell phone brick zone. Now it would seem that's probably not too big a deal. People don't care. Oh wow. Today must not be a great day. Bum, 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 bum. Are we live? You ever get that feeling? That not so live feeling? No, it appears good. Good. 20 minutes have passed so quickly. Hello everyone. I am kneeling down toward chat. As you can see the top of my head and it shines in the greasy spotlight. That would be me trying to deal with a couple of things, one of which is looking at chat. In case you have anything to say, feel free to tag me. Otherwise, relax. Listen to this strange music. It's the only way I can seem to do this. Is one step at a time. Though it's not the most exciting thing. Hopefully other things will be more exciting. This is more a demonstration, you see. An example has been made. I also think there's a horror story waiting to happen. Or there's a pot over in the corner collecting water drip by drip. Remember, folks, not a real job until they pay you. I'm trying to be pretty surgical here, but basically what's going on is this camera control. I want faces. I want all the faces. Black face. Where's she missed? Jesse's girl? Man, where do I find a woman like? I guess can. be the appropriate answer. I feel like the song was on recently. Yesterday we had a good little get together. Though I think between traffic and work hours, it's better to stream later. As in, a bunch of people showed up at the end of yesterday. I guess that shouldn't matter, really. So much. And that would appear to be the whole shebang. I can afford the association, but not the attention. Maybe I am the crazy. That's the worst part. I'm checking out Jordan Peterson a lot this month. This is a really interesting thing about when you really learn a lesson, you know? When you really come to understand a new thing, it's usually under the circumstance that what you thought, that's it. You're not going to learn anything new if what you thought was right. Is right. Let's rotate 90 degrees. And I want to change this projection angle around Z in the same path. The right? Yeah, that's the harsh, the painful truth. Right? I'm at the servants earlier. The phone call with my mother. Just come upon difficult time. I believe that is kind of important. Yeah. Hello, all dozen of you. Half dozen. I don't know. Welcome to the stream. Try not to mumble as much as I usually do. But I can't help that sometimes. You know? My mannerisms are just gonna be a reflection of my state of mind. I think that makes me pretty human. And maybe that's what's on my mind. That's what I wanted to discuss. Humanness. What does that mean? It's not like a lot of great things. People are terrible. But hey. We're finding ways around that. This is what that real Ishwanda is like. I want to know why this is creating seams at every like spot, right? These bold lines. Does not make any sense. Right, because they're not connected. I basically want this. Yeah, giving me two edges. That's very annoying. Can I just merge you? So UV. This is the opposite of cut UV. This suggests to me that there are faces inside of this. Right? But then I'm proven wrong. So one of two things. This geometry isn't closed. Which looks like it's fine. Maybe I just have to forget about it. We'll scale. All of you should create a shell. Like so. Oh! No, wait for that old dog. Oh, that's about the right level of exhaustion, I would say. Do. Bit better. Something about the head bugs me. But for now, we're just gonna scale it down. We're just gonna dance it right away. I don't know, chat. What do you think about people? About Michael Jackson's song "Human Nature"? Or just, you know, what the moral animal is up to. What is that about? See, this is why we want to connect all of these themes. This is why that doesn't work for me. Right? It's seriously as if, no. Does there are two edges here? Aha! Retriangulation is the problem. Okay. Cool. Now I know what's going on there. I can fix this. Merge. Border edges. What is polygon tool? No. You. That's part of the way there. And that tool should be wherever it wants to be. You can't tell that tool nothing. But hey. I really just want those. Oh no, it was right there the whole time. Oh, that'll break my mesh up even more. Gets me part of the way there. Otherwise, we gotta talk this. Merge.
My name's Olivia.
No.
We are listening to Georgia, the new album, All Kinds Music.
All caps, Calhoun.
We heard Girls at Our Best with Getting Nowhere Fast. We also heard BBI with Big Cicada. Before that, we had Sam Coombs with Stride On, Devo with Bottled Up, a song called Canal by S. Haters from a compilation called The Thing from the Crypt, released on Dark Entries, and we started off with Monk Chant by the Raincoats. I'm Olivia, and I'm here, hanging out, moving through songs and genres and emotions here. Stay tuned.
There we go. Oh, maybe they are actually not connected. This is the only answer I can come up with. That there are several vertexes up in here. And until they all have the same happy home, you can't do much. This is why you don't let a computer do a dog's job. Don't think about that. I'm gonna inspect you, chat. Oh. Do-do-do-do. Pain in the butt. It's also a pain next to the butt as well. These aren't even in this selection. These guys. It seems as though they're duplicates, right? I'm not making this up. Feel me. The mayor has spoken. Like, what the heck is that? What kind of rush whack job thing? That would explain smoothing groups. That would explain everything. These guys aren't even connected. This is a Boolean operation wasteland. And also Hipsland. Which is a place. I can't sew them because they don't actually have a home. Pick up. Let's talk to this manager here. So let's say that this guy's kind of figured out. And this seems also merge vertices with this tolerance, yeah? Just enough for it to make a difference. Because there is an edge along the outside that I would like to protect. Same goes to you.
Francesco, Ferdinando, Isabella, Giovanni,
Tiniest. The radio show kind of reminds me of a road trip that we never went on. For whatever reason. Well, most of that is. Hmm?
Cina, Spagna, Stati Uniti, India, Francia, Germania,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Messico, Norvegia,
Do we even know?
Portogallo, Egitto, Venezuela, Russia, Azione, Agente,
Please, there we go. We made it. Goodness,
Caso,
what a journey that was.
Centro, Certo,
So that's all we're doing. We're turning these bold lines into less bold lines. Boy. In this case, one at a time. I know, like, for example, this, fixing all of that. I'm not sure if that same tactic worked up here yet, but I can guess that we're headed the right direction. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Now I have a solid border. That's what's important. That's the important thing. Some of these, of course, are going to refer to an edge or two or three that they share with something else. That should be the name of like an advertising campaign for an energy drink. Share the edge. You shouldn't be an asshole by yourself. Should deal with that here. What are you, buddy? What are you? Oh. I'm just a coal miner. It's the awkwardness of the tunes, the depth of our challenging story about the established dominance of Hamburger, and the otherwise melancholy of a gray day coming together with sunglasses. One thing I love about these lights, there's a theme that carries throughout the structure. Abstract and
generale,
lines connect with one another.
umore, locale,
I think there's a way also to like step through sub-objects. Yeah, like this. Next. That's pretty cool.
personale,
Depends on your definition of cool. Some people think cool is like state of mind.
semplice,
I sew these two together. Are they not next to each other? My least favorite combination of words, just slowly being taken over by at the end of the day. I think that is an obnoxious phrase. And I think I've said that. Who is this? Nuren stream is now auto-hosting us. Have you all been like streaming today? You all either that or you just added us to your thing. I feel like for auto streams that are late coming, all 5 viewers that we have, nice. We have reached our daily average. Who are you? Let's look at the list. Maybe Twitch is just having. Oh wow, Twitch is currently unavailable. Please try again later. Or at least the information about what's going on in chat, our server information, or our hosting information, however you want to put that. I got up so early today. You wouldn't believe it. I barely don't believe it. I hardly believe it. I just feel weird. And maybe for good reason. I don't know the idea about premonition or whatever. I don't have an idea about this. Just I feel like I shouldn't have gotten up so dang early. Is that normal? That looks better. Let's have a look at that in 3D. 2D is only so informative. It's kind of screwing with my smoothing groups. So there isn't really anything that says, you know, that should be that way. And just kind of select edges and walk on through. Walk on through to the other side, yeah. Trying to make it easy. I want to harden these edges. Like so. Yeah. Get that vertex lighting back. I need that information, okay? I'm gonna take over the universe. I think. I'm not quite sure how it's gonna work, but I've been taking that plan to pieces for a while. What are you? And is what they say true? No, it's not. I don't think. I don't know. I've always been suspicious of people who tell you what type of person they are. Like, that's not really up to them. You know? I think we'll find out what kind of person in due time. Everybody is. I mean, as I've said previously, a lot of that, who you are, a lot of your existence is based on like other people's suggestion that you exist. They know your name. They can pick you out in a crowd. Detailed work. This kind of thing takes time. And maybe a lot of those issues have come from adding soft or hard edges. Actually, it's a worthwhile thing to investigate. Hi! It's going okay, how are you? Yeah. No. What the hell is this? It's modeling. Yeah. Oh, I need that. That's great. Thank you. This is Bennett doing a shiatsu. Oh dear. What the hell? There's a face inside of this object? What are you? What are you, mortal? What is that? This is the best thing ever. I have discovered the secret alien. You're gone. You're gone. And so, yeah, your whole crew. I didn't think you guys were gonna make it. We have some pretty harsh weather today. In comparison to other days that have boring ass regular weather. What is this? Let's just delete this face and like put it back together. Alright. Oh wow, we have a whole host of gangsters. Do 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 do. I don't know. Your guess is probably better than my guess. Alright. Well, I'm glad that we caught that earlier. Yeah, what is this? What are you? Unacceptable. Okay. This is where those themes are coming from, though. This is the answer to my problems. Edge. Yes.
Mr. Hilton, please. Hold on, please. They're getting him, Zhaj. Oh, thank you, darling.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, Connie, darling, how are you?
I'm rich.
So UV. Our merge border edges.
Well, what's new, Zhaj?
Yeah.
Darling, I am married again.
Wonderful. Anyone you know?
It seems to be working. Hmm. Man, hey, Lumian's here.
No, darling, but I hear he's a lovely fellow.
What's up?
Well, that's fine.
Some weekend European watching streams from America on weekdays as well. Not recommended unless I want to wreck my sleep habit. I don't know,
So I lost that marvelous bird.
I don't know what that schedule is, but like, you know what? I think some weekend times will definitely be good. That makes a lot of sense. I'm sorry that, I'm guessing it's like 3 or something, 4 in the morning for you? Or 6? Like, I have no idea. I would say probably more often than not Central European time? Or DMT, was it +1? It's going to take a minute to do that. I want to create faces and edges and stuff. I'm gonna try this create polygon tool. You can place each vertex, but it's not really snapping to anything. That's not gonna work for me. I think this may be better. Okay. So it's 9 hours difference? So it's currently, oh, it's almost midnight. Jeez. 11:40 over there. Okay. Well. Okay. East Coast, they have, no wonder they're so connected. Okay. Bridge. Ooh, 0 divisions, good. Sorry, I'm just throwing down some polygons. We have a bunch of people who just walked in the door. And I see an area where I'm going to have to place and cut. Like so. I hope that's correct. That's hard to tell. I need you. Yes. There we go. Now you guys are just a couple of border edge. But I maybe want to cut using like a bad tool, using the space. This guy. Where's the multi-cut tool? Show me. Here we go, this guy. I can cut here right to there is the idea. Just like that. and then like this. Merge vertex 2 center. Good, good, good. I'm not sure what the other subdivisions are, but yes, 9 hours ahead. I mean, what is a good time? Like, what's a good leisurely time? I would say in your time zone, to stream. Like, what would feel comfortable or correct? I know that I think Handmade Hero moved to weekends only. Whoa, I'm doing something wrong. And I don't know if you're more of a morning person, or maybe somebody who is, you know, up at midnight like this, right? Quarter till. That would perhaps, I mean, this evening. I find that evenings in general, there are just more people that are at home to watch this type of thing. I think we're streaming a bit early. Just kind of based on recent experience. Hey! I wonder if these are... No. And are these even connected? You too, Edward. I'm paying attention to so many things at once. Yeah, I mean, if that's reasonable and you want to do something in the late nights. I know tonight, it looks like we're doing a Warhammer stream for the Tuna Arts and Crafts. I'm excited about that. I'm not going anywhere. They're gonna play Beyblade. They're gonna let it rip over there. It's gonna be great. I want to just double check these edges. I'm having... I don't know. I'm feeling pretty bad about that geometry, man. I'm glad I caught it though. Let's get this UV thing out of the way. How is the other side so right and this so wrong? Find out today. You would think. Actually, another way to check is to see if it loops to anything, right? So this is actually a closed loop. And if I select the inside faces, like, does that exist? No, not really. So, how do you flip spin edge? I want to merge border edges. I just want to do it. Just like my ancestors did it. And that's how I got here. A bunch of people did it. Generation after generation. You are the result of a lot of doing it over millennia. How is that? I guess that's reasonable. That means that this would be the same thing, right? No! Unless there's a hole here. This? Just like, you know. I'm expecting this to just not be connected, a lot like the other faces that we've been repairing. Though this appears to be hyper-connected. Good thing I didn't have any plans tonight, you know what I mean? Speaking of hyper-K... No way. But hopefully I'll get to see those guys soon. I do like them. I do like them. I was practicing a bit. Okay, with 1 a.m., I mean, we'll watch until 1 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Oh, I see. Right. 4 or 5 a.m. at your place, so not so feasible until 10 p.m. I mean, right. But I don't mind watching streams in school. One guy's gonna stream stuff. Oh, okay, Lumion. Lumion, I appreciate your enlightened sense of streaming. I mean, you know, sometimes over the weekends, especially, I wouldn't say nights like tonight because I got up at, 0600, like a crack of dawn today. 5:30 in the morning. But that might dovetail or, you know, explode into some kind of fantastic weekend of not sleeping. And, you know, who knows what's going on, especially with Jake. He'll probably, you know, be available. You never know. He'll be awake some nights, some weekends until the dawn of time. Not just regular dawn. So, adjusting that, yes, has done kind of what I wanted to do. I haven't really perfected the art of the seam here, but until that causes problems, and we can clearly see what that is by toggling, I don't think that we have anything to worry about. We managed to smooth out our edges, make sure our shader wasn't giving us no jive. There's an issue, basically like this here, what you're going to see, because we just replaced those edges. We're gonna harden these edges. You know, it'll appear just normal, right? Right. Shining bright. So yeah, I mean, if you don't watch the stream more or less, I would love to have you here live. Yeah, hiding the phone in your bag with no wire. But I mean, I don't know if that's best to do in school when you should be studying, you know. But I appreciate the dedication to weird distraction. But you know, sometime after, maybe you're done with your homework or something like that. This couch is just what does taking the piss mean? I hear that all the time. I don't understand it. That slang is beyond me. But yes. So let's layout U, layout V. How's that look? Pretty good to you. It's pretty good to me. Good. Object mode. Did Bennett just throw up in the driveway? Alright. Anyway. But yeah, I think sometime like this, if you get out of school at 5 o'clock in the morning our time or 6 a.m. I should have just gotten up and streamed this morning. You would have been set, dude. I'm sorry. It would be nice, at least, or polite or something, to just be mindful of that, CET zone, Central Euro zone, and stream then. Maybe a couple times a week. I would love to split it in half. I think that would be relatively fair. I don't think our dudes would mind. And a lot of people watch VODs still. They do check out the YouTube channel. Which, whoa, I'm like looking at the wrong thing. Checking out the YouTube channel is a great way to... What the heck other faces? Like, there aren't other objects attached to this thing. You know what I'm saying? I just been unwrapping down this model yesterday as we go. I like to use this checker material to denote things that I'm done with, and also to fix distortion. What the... Excuse me. What? What do you mean? Is he here? I don't know. I haven't seen Jess in years. Right now we are trying to discuss the delivery guy just got here. Oh, sure. We're having a very awkward moment. Just act normal. It'll be fine. Everything will be beautiful. what is all this? Yeah. It is so cold. It is cold and wet, and I'm dying. Alright, so I have... There we go. 2 inside faces. That seems much more reasonable. That was magical. 2 UV... 2 show... I'm getting trolled again by the Brothers Gross. I didn't check it out, but I will soon. Yeah, I mean, it's a good place to catch up, if that's what you're into. I don't really know how to... I'll scale that up and get the density right when I'm unwrapping, or unwrapping, mapping, when I'm putting all of these elements together. Because as I select more of these things, you'll find that they have, look, objects all over this map that are kind of overlapping each other, and we can like select all of those UVs and get that going. Yes.
Che cosa desidera? Mi dia la lista, per favore.
We're having a battle with the pizza guy. The basic concept of Nuren. Let's see, I was half as position in Vendir as you are in this program. I really want to make something, but motivation isn't there most times. Okay. Ideas are there, but no skill and no motivation. Okay, so, I mean... What you really want, or what I can suggest, is, I don't know, it's one question at a time, if I may. It's... Like, go find, I can't remember the name of the artist, but go find a concept that you really like from, like, a 3D thing. I did, from a forum of some sort, like a deviant art concept or something like that, and kind of run with that. I mean, you might have seen, where the heck is this guy? So this is what I'm modeling, and we're unwrapping this piece right now. Yes. So here's this mesh. Eggs last a long time. Right, and so I kind of separated that out at the beginning of this stream, which was probably months ago. As I'm kind of ticking away most of this flavor on the air. So I can actually get a clear measure of how many man hours it takes to do blah blah blah, to do a thing. And Nuren is it's a VR game, it's a visualized rock opera experience. Or space opera? I don't know. But there's a trailer. I should probably put that up in the chat. But the basic concept for the first stage is this area that you see here, and we've been taking it apart in 2D and reassembling it in 3D to make all of our assets here. And I'm mostly done actually with a lot of these 3D models for that scene. There are a couple more things that I want to try in the near future. Like doing some of the placement and stretching or modular assets using a tool called Houdini. Sorry, this drip on the side of the couch is quite distracting. But I wish I knew Blender better as well, because it's free and you can get a lot out of that tool. But the thing about it that I can't really follow is how it's not very distinct. Like, all of the windows can be any other window type of thing. And when I get lost, I can't find a menu where it's supposed to be. Or I don't quite understand where to click. I haven't figured out the tool. I'm not comfortable with it, though I do speak the language, which is important. So I do have this mess of mesh. And I found this technique that I've been into lately of just getting a loop together, right? And then cutting that seam right? And so I can shift right click in here and cut UVs. And if I do the same thing in here, I can show texture borders on my object. And that's kind of the way to go. I do want these things to be able to unfold. So I might cut this out as well. I don't think that'll lay out the way I want it to. I don't think that went over. I don't know. But seams are going to help us unwrap this a lot more quickly. And so I can sew UVs as we go through here. Like so. Get it? And I think that's how Shaggy does it. He likes those UVs too. Oh, you know, and maybe doing that first is the way to go. It's pretty jumbly, and that's why I use wireframe mode. Because then you don't see all of that jumbly material. But I don't know if that's, I don't know if jumbly material is the basic concept for Nuren, but basic idea is you are in VR or really just watching music in cyber robot space. That seems reasonable. That's relatively concise. I haven't gotten the elevator pitch down quite yet, but that's kind of how it goes. Yeah, but is it really like what is a rock opera? Like Pinball Wizard is a rock opera, right? Okay. So it's like a space rock opera? Okay. I guess it's not in space, it's like a cyberpunk rock opera in VR. Is it? I don't know. It's a one-of-a-kind type of thing. I think we'll see a lot more VR music videos and the like in the near future. But we were poised to be the first back in the day. How that stands now? I'm not sure. I don't play enough VR stuff. Too many things to do, including playing stuff. If you have something that you would like to play, what's this? More of a VR video experience that is more immersive compared to a normal video. Yeah, there have been some video games that are music videos. The first that comes to mind is this artist's Ground is Lava. I feel like this thing restarted. It totally did. Where is my mind at? So, let's look that up real quick. I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about, bro. So, Ground is Lava game. Can't remember what it's called. The new Ground is Lava game. This is not new. This was a while ago. Girl Behind the Glass, Rare Times walkthrough. Let's go there. Come on. No. Right? And so this is actually a first-person shooter. It's not in VR, so to speak. But an artist did this type of visualization. I can't even remember what the tool was. Or who put it together. But it's supposed to be in sync with this type of music and have this setting. And I guess you do stuff in it. And this was years ago. It's supposed to go with the music. But Stanislav is this beat maker out here. When did this come out? Let's do the whole YouTube thing. Let's see. September 25th, 2014. That's relatively recent. Compared, of course, to Nuren. New Ween. That is the single. This is the trailer. Oh, there is a playthrough and some reviews and stuff. Whoa, Rift DK2 for gameplay. I really don't need to. You can actually watch this with somebody else's head tracking, which can't be disorienting at all. Like you have no control over your head. It might work on Google Cardboard though. That'd be kind of cool. But the idea here being we have a much higher production quality. and that's music and visuals, and there being a theme and a story that kind of moves you through the entire experience. If you are a backer and you're here to grill me on how we're doing, bring it on! Otherwise, there are a lot of different reference materials and examples out there for music visualization, and you have to go no further than the demo scene at all. The computer demonstration is really the art that inspired, I think, this project. And so we're going to kind of go into an adventure of that as well, and implementing that through Unreal Engine, which is pretty exciting. You know? But it will be available whether you have VR or not. Don't worry. I think all you need is a computer, and from the looks of things, you have a computer that's relatively capable. It also might be able to run on phones. We have a VR guru on deck, Justin Morovitz of Team Zero Transform up there in the north, who's worked on, if you have like PlayStation VR, it's on Pulse Arena. Yeah, you guys are super, what's it called? Yeah. When did I start? Let me check my little clock here. We've been up for, hello chatters. We've been up for a little over an hour. Let me finish unwrapping this thing, and I'm almost done. I have 3 pieces left, and then I can plug your show. If you're new to the stream, if you don't know what's up, tonight we have Arts and Cracks. All 4 of you people in the chat, half of us are probably us. But if you like Warhammer 40k, man, are you like that? Not like present in your head, dude.
It's a clear bowl. I didn't expect
The water on the couch or the, yeah. Where is your mind? I know. I noticed
why
that
is the bowl on top where this
because, yeah, okay, thank you.
so problem.
That's a great. Oh, the leak seems to be moving. I think it's because it's pulling up in that
I
vent.
think his bowl had, yeah, it's like 5 different ways.
Yeah, there's a hole. I mean, there's a hole that obviously goes out of the building.
Right.
So that's what's up. Please enjoy the xylophone solos of our marimbaist. Well, no respect. Maybe it's my fault. Respect is a mutual thing. But you can't just go around respecting everybody. That devalues the word. Alright, now I like this method. I feel better about about de-seaming all of this stuff. And I can kind of do it in mass. So I'll select you, I will cut UVs. Now we're talking in portals or whatever. Let's see. Maybe I'm thinking about the best way to cut this. So hopefully that's a decent outline. Only have a small ways to go. Edge loop. We're gonna do that again. I guess we're cutting this thing in half. That's not a big deal. It does have a natural kind of seam there. And when you're seaming something like this, when this something seems like it's the right thing to do, and it probably is. Same for you. Alright, and then, unwrap. It's all papercraft to me. It is all papercraft. I'm thinking either splitting this evenly down the center will be the way to go. like so. If it can go all the way around cleanly, that's pretty good. I think maybe instead of having this inside part, I'll cut it this way. Along the outside of this awkward beveled zone. Cut seams. And so now I'll have a bunch of unwrapped spaces. That's not too bad. I think basically the more symmetric your unwrapped zones are, or your seamed zones are, the less that smoothing UVs will give you awkward results, right? And also it makes some of this more manageable. So I can go into UV, I can select this guy, I can go to the shell, which is already defined, and separate that to the edge here. Let's go to face and planar map like that. Blam. You're looking good. Not looking great, but good. Let's see. One more adjustment. I just want the UV. I want two UVs. Like, I want the UV. Want it. The U or the V. Just give me both. So I have this other shell, which appears to be like a cone. What? Cool. Nice. iPhone 5S. 6SE, ladies and gentlemen. That's cool. You should get a couple games for it. Get Dandy Dungeon. It's really good. Okay. Edge. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I can. Then DA. We have a coded language. That coded language is Spanish. Cool. How's new phone life? Have they been chatting with you? Like, hey, sugar butt. Hey, look at that unwrap though. That's tight. Unfold. Man, with good seams, you could unfold my heart. I'm gonna do the same thing. All day, every day. Edge, cut UVs. I have a U, I have a V. Don't you something me. So I have the shell, which is just the section that I'm interested in. And that will unwrap. You know, it's true. You eventually just learn how this stuff works. You know how this algorithm behaves. That looks like garbage. Yeah, it looks like these things are connected. I think maybe it is I have that selected still. I cannot say for sure. Let's go to the shell of this. Let's make sure that I'm not double dogging, like dogging. Who's the regular double? iPhone 5S with the broken home button. Alright. I had an iPhone 5S for a long time, dude. I upgraded my phone this year. It's pretty phone-tastic. Mine's black.
My brand new phone.
Alright, see you in a moment. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna give Lumion Games your phone number. And y'all can chat internationally. Like the United Nations. Yeah. I guess we have to. I just want to cut these UVs. I really want to eat. Couple minutes. You ain't the boss of me. Aww. Maybe I'll cut around this edge. Like so. That might be the way to go. Oh gosh, just feel it. Feel it in my plums. Feel the distress signal from space that's doing a thing. Whatever that happens to be. I don't know. It doesn't matter. If you have nothing, no one cares. I have a lot of things. Okay, that looks pretty interesting. I don't know if it'll unfold well, but I don't think it'll get in the way of anything. It's not too bad. It actually... So what it's doing is it's unfolding all of these components, right? To shell, to shell, to shell, to shell. Like, it actually looks like I know what I'm doing, except for this other mutated part. That looks whatever. Those look the same as they did before. So what are you? What parts remain? What is this? What? Like, that doesn't make any... Like, how am I supposed to paint that? That doesn't make no sense. Plane a map, you. To faces. I really need to... This food is just... Oh, God. I should just be here. Man, I'm so... Maybe if I cut this in half, it'll be a bit more manageable. Right? Trying to cut this up. Boink, 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 boink. Oh. Okay. Who the hell is messaging me? What do you want? Hey, this last one is the sauce. It was a joke. I don't know. I just work here. I guess Ishwanda is trying to joke around or something. I don't know, man. I'm the least socially awkward, inept person you will meet this week. So you... That's pretty good. Just imagine the seams, imagine the paper craft. UVs, do it. I just want to unfold all of my UVs. That's exciting.
Move the pole.
And it did.
Water move.
Oh, is the couch wet?
Yeah.
Then yeah. Object mode. Unfold. I want to get this right. It looks like this section's gonna suck.
Look how this water's moving.
Yeah, that's a cool
It's
trick.
over here. Like it does not want to go in the bowl at all. That's on my head.
Jesus is
No,
on
it
my
is.
mind. It's the vent.
Like when the wind blows it open. It's like really nothing.
It's not even a real leak, guys.
Not really.
And here I am writing from my bed.
Let's get on our
Oh wow, that sounds comfortable. We have like a pleather couch type of issue right now. Look at those UVs. Look at how they just get all smooth. That's badass. Alright, now I'm ready to view the total slaughter that is this guy. Oh right. I hear it'll be easy. Who's next? It's you. Alright, let's not unfold. I'm gonna planar map, which means I have to convert this selection to something else. Yeah. Just
Ripping in like 5 different spots. So.
we've finally discovered what? I have such a hard time with that. You know what I mean? Ooh, how are you gonna pull that one off? Hi. Ship it. Dude, I gotta like ship it before I can ship it. Smooth UVs. I'm under it.
That's what she said.
We're gonna set up for our next segment, which is nice because I would like to have a slice too. But until then, I'm going to unwrap. I'm gonna unwrap like there's no tomorrow, because in my mind, there is no tomorrow. What's up? Only demerit is my tablet is so large and the cable, albeit not too short, isn't too long either. Ah. It sounds like a just the right length cable. Not too long, not too short. Sounds perfect. I admire your ability to cable. Alright, let's figure out this. I'm digging this 1-1 projection with height thing, 'cause that fixes a lot of problems off the bat. I don't know why that isn't the default. I think it has to do with... But I have no idea. Ba-bum, bum, ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Yes, seams are the way to go. I think that over the last week we have really come to master UV mapping. I feel like I can answer questions and stuff. That I can teach somebody who has no idea what the hell I'm doing to really get in there and to make really high density butt cheeks. We did that as well this week, if you were curious. Let's also get, let's see what other elements we got here. There's, this guy looks pretty good. The shell, smooth. Where are you? You. The smoothing is gonna get us our orientation kind of back. This looks bad. This whole section, that just looks bad. Bad. Do this. That looks better. Woo! Yeah. There we go. That's how you do it. 1, 2, 3. There's more parts. Well, let's see. Where are you? Where are you, Charlie Brown? I seek you. There we go. This part. It's actually pretty reasonable. I don't know how I feel about this seam here. Like if I was just trying to put this thing together, right? Out of paper. It looks like it's splitting off into 3 parts. That's not that bad. It's not bad. This. Let's see what that's about. Oh man, just obey me, right? Like my ghost slaves. Like what are you? What is that? What is that? What are you? That looks more correct. I'm going to have to unfold that. Arts and Cracks is coming up next, apparently. They're so very delicate with their emotion. I can't not be snarky about it. Oh my god, Dogan's back. Everyone watch out for the stream to go down. He's right. This happens every time. I can't stop it. I don't know how he does it or what it is, but it just happens. Oh my goodness. So I've been rambling for just a bit too long there. Need to take a breather. Let me have a look over here at this God, why dog and why? I don't trust this clock anymore. I doubt that I've been on this stream for that short a time. It feels like much longer than an hour and 17 minutes. But apparently that's what's up. Goal, okay? And that's to unwrap the rest of this strange robot penis. It's not really a penis. I think maybe these 2 objects can be rewrapped. If I go to select, we can see. Whoa, what are you doing? I just want UVs. Allow me to select UVs. Allow me to select the shell of that UV. Here we can see basically like 2 faces of like the inside of this thing, which are whatever to you. And maybe they could be like the same piece. I can get rid of this theme right here. Because that's dividing the country. You're dividing the nation. What? Maybe it's something like the ding in Jake's part of the studio. Oh, maybe. We could have a ding that just takes the stream down and it costs like $20 or something. No, it should cost more than $20. But, you know, something that's like, you're done. Thank you for playing. You're done. I think would be pretty funny. So let's you know what they say, sniff the ganja or whatever. I'm going to, oh gosh, I need faces. I need planar maps of, because this is actually this planar map is a lot better. This technique is quite good. I think I'd remove this because it was a loop, right? It is a loop. My Indian wrestling move. The Venda loop. I'll cut UVs, right? So now I can actually smooth those out. These UVs are overlapping. Like if I switch over to my which UVs are overlapping mode, you can see that these guys are facing me. Most of the other ones I didn't even look at, but they're fine, right? We know what we're doing at this point, okay? We're not ranked amateur evil. Such a ding is called the squirrel, my kind of ding. You can call it the Dogan strike. It should definitely be a mini game where you have to like get a flock of squirrels into a power transformer, but other stuff eats them along the way, kind of like that Kind of like that game, except instead of squirrels, you're like triangles or something like that. I can't really remember. There we go. Oh, you're so smart. All right, that's, ladies and gentlemen, a lovely map. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Gosh, I need to go to a different selection mode. I just want to lay out UVs, man. There we go. Boom. And so that does a pretty good job optimizing and spacing. I'm not gonna press the issue if you choose not to listen. Can't handle the heat, then get your butt up out the kitchen. So that's unwrapped. 2 more pieces left. I have an email. Who wants to read it live? Girish from Khan Academy. Man, you mentioned one Indian dude. They all email you on LinkedIn. Nothing wrong with that. Object mode. Let's go. Get my next checker material on there. We're going to do what's called the cylindrical map to start out with. And we're going to keep most of that information, guys, because that's the way to go. My mic is on channel 2. You guys do not know how this works. I get that. You pretend you do. That makes total sense. Fake it till you make it. A hot Dogen? There should be like a Dogen mode where you dress up as King DDD, except you're a hot dog. When I'm done mapping this thing, honestly, he's such a baby. Seriously. I'll make it pregnant. Oh, I have a goal to finish this thing by the end of the stream. The stream started an hour ago, first of all. You're out of order. I know you're impatient and you want to tell people about your dude. Toggle texture borders. One of those projections is cool. We're just going to do the same thing we did before. By flattening the inside, we're going to find our way. Dogen, you haven't managed to take it out. Did you ever get to try that game out? I did not play it at length, no. I have to play Dawn of War and kind of get familiar with that mechanic because I'm casting for my friends over at the HK studio. Or at least helping in part with that. So I will dig more into that, probably during the next show. I've, of course, plenty of things to do, as you might imagine, but not the least of which is test out this game. Because it's a lot of fun, actually. I definitely like Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Why corals could be an element, you know, like in, you know what I'm saying? This on the verge of something serious here. You just gotta calm down. Just calm down. Just calm down. Just calm down. I'm telling these guys to calm down. It's so funny. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be enjoyable. An enlightening experience. Ah, magic. I'm going to cut the UVs all dang day. So UVs. You cannot sew UVs in this view. You can, but you can't. You know what I mean? Look at how distorted that is. You know what I'm saying? Just straight up distortion. Jimi Hendrix. Alright. I'm a fan. I'm gonna start incorporating UV RY, you have no text messages. I'm telling you, cannot be this loopy at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Dogan, you're out of here, dude. Yeah, the next show's coming up very much soon. Convert my selection to faces. I'm so close to being done with this asset. At least UV mapping wise. It's a repetitive process. I meditate on that by talking smack to my computer. Not so much to you, if I can help it. This is already mapped pretty well. So we're gonna smooth it. Smooth it. Just don't forget to smooth it. Smooth it. And I really would have rather this seam be somewhere else. Right? Because I can see it's pretty clearly right there. But you know what they say. If you can't join them, join them. That's absolutely how that saying goes. Do I not even have geometry on this side? Like, how does that work? Oh, it's there. You just have to believe. UV, 2 shell. Boom. I mean, why not make them both so deformed? I mean, there are obvious reasons. Then there are the less obvious reasons. Like, you know, I kind of like how that worked out. I can't really get much more detail out of that. You're beautiful. Object mode. Give me that phone too. Remember to save your work early and often. This doesn't actually have a whole bunch of detail. I think I might have even started this by doing that. Edge loop. I would cut the seams here. I want to see those cut seams. That's been helping me out quite a bit. It's a lot of. I really should make a macro or something like that because I've been doing this keystroke several times, where I'm going to shell, and then I'm going to go to the face, and then I'm going to planar map, and then I'm going to move the planar map out of the way and go back to the UVs. I want to smooth the UVs. Like, it feels good to do it because it's a lot of keystrokes, except for the part where your claw gets carpal tunnel and you die. But that's whatever. Let's see. That's an interesting amount of information. Can't say it's a bad idea either. It's just not a good one. Because that should really all come down to. I mean, even if I mapped it like this. Whoa, it would be totally far out. Completely wicked. No. Does give me a good, weird looking starting mesh. Rotate. Rotate it. Just rotate it. Oh, see, they're not even ready. I don't know what they're rushing me for. I don't even know. You could tell me more. I'm gonna go through my singing, rapping repertoire. Hello. Be sure to get the word out. Arts and Cracks is coming up next. I will. Are you guys ready? Okay. Give me just a second. I'm almost. There's one piece left. As you can see, the rest of this model is otherwise unwrapped. Oh gosh, it's pretty. Except for this. Oh, that's what? 90 seconds? Ah, yes. And now I have accidentally created dissension. Oops. We're all just too hype. Will you watch your step, please? This is an old building. I don't even know. I don't even know what that was. Rotation angle. What's this? You know what? I will find a use for that button. I'm not really sure what the heck that's about. Anyway, give me a planar map. That'll give me a good baseline. I'm just trying to clean up these edges, and really a planar map's the quick way to do it. This plane is like on the inside of this thing though, like, and that other dongle's just there. Like, show me discrete, move, rotate, and yeah, why not? I just want to get this thing the heck out of here. I'm not gonna do that. I want to move it in Z, which is this little blue line. Maybe. I don't know which one it is. Sorry if I'm answering too many questions off camera. You guys probably can't hear these people. But trust me, they exist. They're not like the other people that I talk to who otherwise kind of don't. There we go. Let's double check that my selection is legit. I like it. You come down the road. My wrist is beginning to burn. Cut UVs. Now I have a border. That is really pretty reasonable. We can do something with that. Like unfold. Move and sew UV is bullshit. No, get out of here. Why? What are you doing? Face. Shift? Tell me about your shift. Lay out UVs. 2 UVs. 2 UVs. Unfold. Hey. Unfold has done its job. Now that we have unfolded, we can smooth. Now that we can smooth, we can unfold. These are the facts. The basic facts of life. Born on the city streets. My mother taught me the basic facts of life. That seam is across the top of this item, but this is one of those more modular items. Now it's on the bottom. Yes, we can even unwrap it as several canisters, but for the purpose of today's exercise, I think we're looking at something that's pretty gosh darn good. Zoom in. I don't think we have many more assets left. I have a good time doing this kind of thing. I mean, considering, I don't know, I guess it was like 3 hours maybe of work to get through this whole thing, maybe 4. It is a lot of little model. That's totally done. And so next time, I think we have I did the battery conveyor arm. This is gonna be quick. Graded conveyor arm rail. Yes. Light bulb, larger handle arm. I mean, really, because we started on the character base unwrap, that's whatever. That'll take less time. Because it's not very many polys anyway. The only thing that's relatively complex is going to be this guy, but we only have to unwrap half of it. Then we can duplicate that, right? So I think this will be where we go next. And you might not even see that. I really want to get into texturing and material editing next week. That seems like the thing to do. I also don't know what the shortcut key is for the be right back thing, but we're gonna be right back with arts and cracks in a hot minute. I think it's about time. Thank you for watching PowerBlock. If you're a new viewer, please follow our page to get notified for when we come up on the stream. Thank you so much for following and listening. Sorry I didn't have more crazy music, but usually I get that from you, and we listen to that stuff together, and I would love to listen to your music if you're working on something like that. Sometimes I make music, not as much as I used to. Sometimes on PowerBlock, Jake even makes music, and that's pretty cool because, he's the guy that makes music a lot. So he's really good at it. That's what it comes down to. Practice. Makes better than you were last time. And I definitely feel like I was better than I was a week ago at unwrapping. So let's just do that. Anyway, I'm trying to get better at wrapping up. So thanks for watching PowerBlock on Mint Potion. My name's Ben. Lumian, you rock, Dogan. I'll see you soon. Peace.
Camera?
No, it's not a wireless camera.
No.
True.
It's not a wireless camera.
You mean a wireless mic on the camera? Wow, watching Bennett
Maybe it's
text.
my balls.
I haven't done this
I've never
before.
seen you do this before. You okay?
Huh?
I need to get laid too.
No, I was just talking about balls.
I know. But it made me think of that. So. I guess a little Stegosaurus tail. I just realized that.
Bennett, you're one of those hip kids.
Why did this
In the
put two
in-crowd.
words?
Because it's autocorrect.
Why does it autocorrect? I did not tell it to autocorrect.
We're probably streaming right now. They just haven't told us.
Oh, hello.
I mean,
Hi.
it's
I didn't
possible.
even see you there. I am advertising the stream so I can get viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Arts and Cracks, the
Hello,
show
everyone.
where we're going to paint, hobby, and put together miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
And I will post this
We will
now.
post. And like before, we will also just be
Post
talking
it.
about tabletop gaming in general, game design. I'm very sorry I wasn't able to be here last
Games
week.
that consume your life.
That consume your life
Drinks
and soul.
brought to us this week. It's my normal thing. I've been doing this every week. By Tommy's Hamburgers, world famous.
Pete's Coffee.
And Pete's Coffee in a custom mug.
Mm-hmm. Baneblade. I'm
And
very
by
sorry I
Baneblade.
couldn't be here last week to our regular viewers. I had my other job and I could not get out of it, but I
You have
really wanted to
another
be here.
job?
I tried to make it
You mean
work.
you're not making enough here to satisfy all your wants and needs?
No.
Why not?
Building two careers at once.
Why not?
Awfully
horrible.
demanding.
That is horrible.
Yeah. It's okay. I
And the
wouldn't
thing
be
is,
anywhere else.
As famous and well known as we are, if that's
Mhm.
the case.
So
Yeah.
what are you guys working on today? What is our agenda?
My never-ending Baneblade.
The never-ending Baneblade. I am going to be finishing the last of my Tyranids.
What happened to his claw? His scything talon.
This guy is so old. He's so old. Look, when they broke, I replaced them with blood. I just spattered blood on him like.
Oh, he's
been
got
chewed.
forearms.
Yeah, he's got forearms.
Yeah.
Don't you have
yeah, forearms?
I got
yeah,
forearms.
I know. Right? Yeah.
These are like my original Carnifexes. This is a new Carnifex which needs paint. And then I have 2 Broodlords, and the entirety of like my 5,000 points of Tyranids are going to be painted.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Riptide. He was humping the camera.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to
I'll
be
do that.
putting together a Baneblade?
Yeah. I
See if
might
I
finish
can-
it this time.
Show that Baneblade. Here, let me move,
Show it
let
off,
me move
man.
this-
Look at
let me
that.
move
I got the
this.
camera on you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming together. I got the big pieces down. So this is going to be one big fuck-off tank. Nope. It's going to be one big fuck-off tank when it's done. I can't wait. I've wanted this since I was a child. When I first discovered Forge World, and 500 pounds sterling was what these things cost. Now they're in plastic instead of resin, which means they're not going to be riddled with manufacturer's defects, and it's going to be awesome.
So, Preston,
Yes.
and you're going to be painting your
The
Riptide.
Yes, the Riptide.
You don't paint.
No.
So this is very exciting that you're going to learn things
Exciting, yes.
and you're going to apply them.
Apparently.
That's
To Riptide.
really exciting.
Yes, it is. It's super exciting.
So I guess you need
and
a
I picked-
paintbrush, huh?
I picked the largest
Robot.
robot I have to do this. Because if you're going to go
Good.
big or go to the bathroom.
You know?
We also have with us today is our general rulebook,
Oh, no.
which will help
Always.
us solve any disputes.
Always.
My rulebook is very old and
Loved.
worn down.
It's very
I
loved.
saw somebody's rulebook and I noticed, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, that's just a clean rulebook. It
Yeah.
was white.
Yeah, no,
mine
that's,
is
that's
not
mine.
white.
That was my rule.
Mine is so
I
handled
keep mine
and not white
pretty.
that it's
I take care of my boots.
just a very it's a very handled and worn down rule book. So we do have that as we get in and discuss the
pages
hobby.
get a little sticky here and there.
I get excited. I
when
apologize
you-
for nothing.
When you find out what certain things do, sometimes you can't control yourself.
Zealot is hatred plus prefer and
Yep.
You guys are taking this stream to a whole nother level.
Mhm.
So anyway, I'm getting out my paints.
Mhm.
Now Preston, you needed a brown.
Yeah, something just kind of brownishy orange.
You know I have a lot of these paints here.
Yeah, I know you do. That's why I'm
Do
asking
you want a light brown? Do you want a dark brown? Do you want... What sort of brown are we talking here?
An orangish brown. Yeah, almost like a bronze. Oh, excuse me. Wow. I'm gonna drink some of this water because I haven't dipped a brush in it yet.
Mhm. How about a nice towel light ochre?
I have a couple options for you. This is Tau Light Ochre because you are painting Tau.
Meow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Meow?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that's the
Yeah.
standard Tau color. I also have Deathclaw Brown. That's getting your attention, eh? And I also have Scrag Brown.
Ooh, I love that
Scrag
color.
is... Hold on,
I like
before
the-
you
I like
take
the
it, let's
Scragglers.
show it to the camera, the
I like
color.
the Scragglers.
Yeah, get
He
that
likes
little closer.
Scrag Brown.
There we
Which
go.
one is this?
Yeah,
That's
so
Deathclaw, and this is Scrag.
on your right, everybody, is Scrag Brown, and on your left is what's that again?
Deathclaw.
Oh my
Deathclaw so
God,
far.
why
No,
does
no,
this
no,
thing
this
not
is Scrag
focus?
on the
There you go.
right.
Scrag is on the right. Yes.
Why is it
He's-
so hard to tell a machine to do what our eyes do naturally?
Well, that one doesn't autofocus. That camera
Alright,
doesn't
yeah,
autofocus.
autofocus.
You like Scrag Brown, huh?
I like Scrag Brown.
Scraggliest.
Now,
Scraggle Rock.
you don't know how to... You've never, like, used hand tools in your life.
If
You're
they're
mostly
not,
good at
if they're
pressing a
not-
keyboard.
Yeah, if they're not power tools, no. I'm
Mm.
actually really good with power tools, and I'm good with keyboards. But the in between stuff, like this hobby stuff,
Well, that's why
Yeah.
you're here to learn, man. I was hoping
I
it
got
was
a
going to
deck
be
of
me
magic
first.
cards.
I built
Yes,
a
you
whole
did.
room in the
The
garage.
guy at the game
Nice.
store,
Oh no.
his name's Randy, he's like, oh, you're here all the time, you know, and you're getting back into magic. Here, have this for free.
His name was Randy.
I think his name
Is
was
he Randy?
Or
What
Randall.
is with guys and
And he gave me
Hey,
a pack of
Randy.
magic
Yeah.
cards.
Like Preston, how pretentious
They're
could you
still
not
Screwing
much
around
more
with
than
that,
that.
man.
I don't know
Much
if you
more
guys have
pretentious
played
than
Magic,
Preston.
but there's a format which makes me want to get back into it. It's called Pauper.
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 Pauper. You know how Pauper works?
Okay. Switch to 2.
Pauper
Deuces.
works by using commons only.
Love it.
It's only commons. So this is a dual color deck of black and white, which he gave to me, and it's a decent amount of cards. I'm going to have to go through them one of these days. And,
Houston, it's awfully lonely out here. Oh, I'm sorry, God.
Yeah, Magic. I would like to get into it
Whoa.
because I used to play Legacy and it got really competitive.
Yeah, I like that Commander thing. That was the last thing we did, and I loved
Commander's
it.
really fun.
Yeah, this I
You just take your favorite cards
Yeah,
and you put them in a deck together.
and just yeah.
So
And that was a side of my head. I should get that back now.
Fractures of Baal-Tan came out this week.
Yeah,
The
that was
Eldar-
quick. Oh, actually, really quickly, guys. T-Mad 40 Blue. Welcome back, T-Mad. Good to have you
I
back.
remember you.
Y'all need some music for tonight. Did you say you don't remember him?
No, I said I do remember him.
Oh, sorry about it. Y'all need some music for tonight? I have a good playlist that won't get screwed by Content ID.
I am not.
I don't know how that
a,
works.
I'm not in a technical position to load up music.
Yeah,
Right now.
that sounds great. We'd love to take you up on it, but we're simply the pretty faces and smooth, buttery voices.
Ben, find something on SoundCloud that is really dope. Thank you, Ben.
T-Mad looks like he is offering just that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not sure.
Or check out what TMS
the technical ins and outs of how that works. As I said, pretty faces, smooth,
We also
audible
can't
chocolate.
pay you royalties for what we're listening.
I think he's aware of that.
Yeah. Well, you can any percentage of 0 is
Cool.
0. So
Yeah.
Right.
that's what we got. Anyway.
Lovin'. That's what we got.
So,
Lol.
how much of that model are you painting that brown?
Just where the technical bits are, not where the how they got the shell shielding here.
You don't want to make those metal?
No, I want to make a metal, but I'm gonna give them this first.
Why? Explain. Talk to me
So
about...
I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll make these.
Explain yourself.
I know. I'll make this dark brown everything, and then inside each one of these, I'll pop it out with like a lighter yellowy metallic, and then I'll dry brush the whole thing in some form of metallic. But I'll have to. I want to wash too.
Do you like dirty towel or clean towel? Steven and I have talked about dirty towel versus clean
I
towel.
love dirty towel.
I like clean
I
towel.
love dirty towel.
Okay.
Dirty
so
or clean towel?
I kind of like action towel.
Action towel.
So like if this was a stealth guy, I would want to like show that part of him was going into stealth or something like that.
What I have in my hand
But so clean or dirty, it doesn't really.
is the secret to dopeness.
Okay.
This is called
Secret day dopeness.
This is called Ryza Rust. Ryza Rust
Ryza
is
Rust.
a dry
yes.
technical paint,
You've told me about
and
it.
it's a bright orange,
Yeah.
which creates a rusty effect.
Not
And
meant.
you
not
dry
meant-
brush it
yeah.
on top of a metal, and it gets these little orange flecks, which makes it look rusty. Do you like rusty towel?
I could go with a little rusty dusty, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't want them to be. I kind of don't want them to be like dirty in a sense of like old rusty. I kind of want them dirty as far as like, hey, I just slid through like a bunch of grass and I look like a ninja and I'm shooting down like 50 gaunts and then I'm grabbing infantrymen and I'm like, sticking it where the sun don't shine, like that sort of thing.
Action.
That's why I like 'em.
action
So
towel.
so like
I
action
like clean
towel.
towel. Like they haven't even,
They just got off the assembly line.
and they're like, "Don't touch us, we're shooting you."
We got the new towel smell.
right.
We got the new towel smell.
smell.
Yeah.
It's the only smell
Alright.
that they can tell with their faces. They can only pick up that scent with their
I'm
faces.
trying to go through all my brushes. I have a lot of paint brushes on me, and I'm trying to find something
Yeah, gotta pick those up.
acceptable
I gotta pick those up.
for you. You do need to pick up some brushes.
I need to pick up a bunch of
Excuse
stuff.
me,
I'm just gonna
sir.
go to Michael's and just get the discount stuff, so that way I ruin the discount stuff first.
Smart.
Yeah.
The discount stuff is good because
T-Map.
even though like I would buy brushes
not
for
correct,
my
is it?
Tyranids when I first started, I would buy a pack of brushes and half of them weren't usable. But it was still a good deal because I was only spending $6. And I'd be like, $6, and I'm like, there's like 4 good paintbrushes in a pack of 15 paintbrushes.
That's
But
not
for $4, it was a good deal.
Yeah, that's not awful. That's not awful. You're still only spending $4. Yeah.
But a lot of the brushes I have are like $10 brushes. I'm thinking about being kind enough to lend you a Citadel brush. We might have to pass it back and forth. These are made by the company who makes the models, who makes the paint.
Honestly, I don't need anything super, because I'm going to do a general base, so I don't need anything super
Well,
duperness.
both of these are base brushes. See, they both say base.
Oh, wow.
One is a medium and one is a large. I have base work to do myself today. I'll show off the brushes on camera.
Yeah, go for it.
I have the top one, if it will focus, is a medium base brush, and the bottom one is a large base brush. Which one do you think would be more suitable for you?
I would think the medium.
The medium?
Yeah.
I would think so as well. Now,
you want me to take it,
yeah,
or what?
go ahead. It was just a little friction in my
I
fingers.
just will take your brush. You know, you don't just take a man's brush.
So, well, hold on. Before we start, Preston,
Before you say that, yeah, Ben, T-Mad's still talking about the live jams that he sent us a link to on YouTube. So if there's any way to get that going, that'd be much appreciated. So,
what type of music is it?
Live
what does jams mean?
Yeah.
Sit down the street a bit. All right.
So, am I going to give you a painting lesson here, Preston?
Well, if I mean, like, yeah, go for it. Do your deal. I'll watch.
Okay.
And
so you're talking base coats, right?
Talking base coats.
Now, what's important to get a base coat done is you want a nice, even level of paint, right?
All right.
And there's a couple ways to go about this, right?
Yeah.
We have two options, and I'd be glad to share them both with you. One of them, which is actually transferred to a different container, this is called Lamium Medium. This is transferred to a drop bottle because it's a lot easier to use in a drop bottle. But it's kind of a consistency tool. So I'll show you how it works, right? And the other thing is watering down your paints a little bit. And a mix of both actually gets a nice smooth color. What Lamium Medium does...
Sorry to interrupt, that's a Citadel product, right?
Yes, it is. It's just in a different bottle.
Okay.
Because it's a clear... it's a clear medium, so if I had to keep dipping, I had to keep washing my brush off back and forth, and it was driving me nuts, so I put in a dropper bottle, and I just drop on, and I don't have to, like, fuss with it.
Very smart. All right.
It's really good to do for a lot of mediums. So the first step is you take your paints, right?
Take your paint.
And what I'm going to be working on is my Carnifex here. My Carnifex is primered green, and then I dry brushed a lighter green around the outside. This is a step to make my work go quicker, but I'm going to start basing the shells, right?
All right.
Thank you, T-Mad, for being so patient with that. He just sent us a sad but totally acknowledging little graphic.
Of?
Oh, he's hearing us asking for Ben, and apparently we can't hear any of the music that's playing on our channel, guys. We can control if something is, but us as the presenters can't hear it. So if things are or aren't going, we won't know. So thank you.
So I put a little bit of paint
You
down.
can yell at Ben or Robbie. They'll love it. They love it. They love getting yelled at.
Yeah, if you send them 100,000 comments, they'll change the music.
Yeah. So you put a drop in?
I put some paint down and I put a drop down. A drop of this goes a really long way, and since I have a lot of basing to do, I'm going to take out some extra paint to kind of even up the consistency. Right? Mix that together. And now what Lamium Medium does is it'll help the paint settle smoothly so you don't get brush strokes and whatnot. The next thing is get a little bit of water as well and mix that into your paint. Not too much water or it's going to go on too thin. And there you have a nice, even paint. And see how nice and clean that goes on?
Yeah.
And it's going to be smooth. It's not going to be rough. It's not going to be brush strokey. If you took this paint right out of the paint container and tried to do this, you're going to get streaks. You're going to get that brush texture.
Yeah.
It's not going to be enjoyable. And that's kind of how you can do base coats pretty quickly. You might have to go over parts twice, especially because you're painting on black. a lighter color, so the black will show through and it'll look splotchy. But
All right.
It's one of my favorite emotes.
So
That's
I need
one of
to
mine
take
now too, T-Matt. That
some of
guy's
this.
hilarious.
like this.
so take out put down 1 drop of the Lamia medium and take out 2 paintbrush scoops of your paint.
So I put the Lamia medium down on the board first?
No, you usually put the paint down first.
Put the paint down first. Could you pass me that Lamia medium so I'm not decking you in the face?
Feel free to deck me though.
All right. Deck.
Pulls out magic cards, throws his deck on the table.
Yep.
Preston
Okay,
over
deck.
here, the guy I'm teaching to paint, is the guy that got me into this game.
Yeah.
He's never had a painted army though. Actually,
No.
that's not true. It's been primered.
Yeah, it's been primered.
It's
and
been
there's some
primered.
things that are painted, but I always get so excited. I just want to play the game. I'm just like, there, it's done. Let's play.
Yeah. Same here.
I want to see my laser beam shoot you in the face. Yeah.
It'd be very
it's-
difficult for the tabletop game, but I understand the sentiment. And I
You said
appreciate
how
it.
many drops this Lamia medium? 60?
1.
1. Gotcha.
1,
I thought you said 1.
and then just take a little bit of water as well on your brush.
A little bit of water. Alright.
Lamia medium is also a good matte duller,
Matt Dollar.
so it'll reduce sheen.
Reduces sheen. Okay.
I know Matt Dollar. He's a great guy.
Alright.
Matthew Duller is a Matthew Duller here. And get a nice base coat. Now, proper brush care. Try not to get too much paint into the well of the brush.
Into the well of the brush. Gotcha.
If you do, clean it up quickly.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, when it dries, it'll create space and cause the brush to fray.
Alright.
But you see how smoothly that goes on, right? It's not textured, it's not
I do.
goopy.
Yeah.
That is a proper way to do base coats.
Mhm.
And it's important not to get a textured base coat because every other paint you put on top of it is going to reflect that texture.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing dry brushing, you're going to be dry brushing on top of brush strokes. So,
That's what's been no good.
no, not good at all.
Bennett, you don't shake your paints at all, do you?
I use them so much that they generally don't. I'll shake my metallics, but these are
Yeah,
generally
that's important.
good. The more you shake the paint, the more it gets into the lid and the messier it is.
True, but sometimes, they just need to be all shook up.
No, they're pretty good.
Yeah, what's his name? Jade was going to switch to Vallejo paints just because they came in that dropper bottle, but that's just not worth it.
I just like the Citadel range
Yeah.
better. Vallejo has a lot of colors, but they don't seem very well thought out.
Mm.
Citadel colors seem very well thought out.
Yes.
And is a great color range. So I like Citadel paints. Personally, myself.
Same here.
But, So in this fight, I think we play tested this. A Carnifex versus the Riptide.
Yes.
Carnifex won?
I think so.
Really?
Well, we started
close
so I was
combat,
able
yeah.
to
Oh,
get
yeah.
into close combat. If we started 2 feet
I
apart,
was going to say, I don't see how
he
that
might
could
have been
work.
able to shoot me. Well, I'm strength 9.
Yeah, no, you're a laser cannon.
And I
Strength 9 AP.
and I Hammer of Wrath D3 times
Oh, I forgot about that.
at
Is that,
strength 9.
is that a old one, I think, or is that a...
No, that's a Carnifex rule.
That's awesome.
It's living battering ram. They Hammer of Wrath D3 times
Mm-hmm.
at strength 9. They are no joke when it comes to in close combat. Carnifex, it's one of those things, if it gets into close combat with you and it survives up to its initiative, it's going to hurt.
To hurt.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt a lot, and it's going to break a Riptide save. It's going to break a lot of things saves because it's hitting with smash at AP2. So,
Yeah.
you know,
They're built for punching things really hard.
they just gotta get there.
Yep.
I call them the can openers. You'll notice when it dries that you'll see the splotchiness. Base coats really need, 2 coats.
Yeah.
But that's part of the meditative part of painting.
Yeah. Definitely gonna need more than one, but whatever. I'm gonna have to step out and grab a tissue soon.
Are you
Your
crying?
issue needs a tissue.
Some nice shell work. Ooh, I missed a whole spot up over here, actually. So, Steven,
Bennett,
talk to me about your Baneblade.
he is coming along.
How are you
really
kitting it out?
well. I am kitting it out with everything I can give it out of the box. This original box came with 2 sponsons, as opposed to 4. Well, that's not true. There's an option I picked.
4 sponsons on if you could.
I can, and I'm not going to, just because it looks so dumb. And I know that's a very...
But it's so much firepower.
I don't need 2 more heavy bolters, nor 2 more laser cannons. I already have 2 laser cannons, 3 twin-linked heavy bolters, which are the sponsons that I'm choosing. The twin-linked heavy bolters as opposed to the twin-linked heavy
But
flamers.
you have power of the machine spirit. I mean, you could shoot
Oh, it's super heavy. I can shoot everything
you could shoot
everywhere.
At anything.
I don't need them, frankly. Also, they get in the way. 2 of the sponsons have to go in front of the other 2 sponsons behind it.
Yeah,
So
but
they end
you
up getting in
ignore
their
any
way.
part of your own hull when shooting off a vehicle. It says so in the rules.
True.
So they don't get in the
but
way.
It's also the sponsons are so big that that is true. The sponsons are so big it's just a point that they can be reached. Like I can kind of sort of snake this giant tank through terrain. If it's got 2 more sponsons in the front and as well as in the back,
Man,
then it's just an
when it
opportunity
comes to
to get
going
stuck.
big, dude, it's go big or go home.
I'm fine, dude.
How do you cheap out on the biggest thing in your army?
Mostly it just looks really dumb.
Fair enough.
I mean,
The
they're
rule
all
of cool.
everything.
The rule of cool, man.
Everything I was saying definitely holds true. I want to be able to snake through certain stuff. I want to be able to not get charged, but mostly it just looks dumb.
So if you're not familiar with what we're painting figures for the game Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
And it is a game. We aren't just painting and talking about it. Everything we build has function. Every one of these claws. You'll notice that this guy is the same as this guy, but this guy has guns on him, which I need to clean up and paint and, do the base on this guy. This is one of my older ones. He has pink. I call him the only gay Carnifex in my army.
Please.
But
fabulous Carnifex in your army.
He's a fabulous Carnifex. But I think I was trying to look for like a more of a fleshy feel for it, and I just used this like vibrant pink. It was like one of the first things I painted. I was just like, whatever, I don't want to do that again, but I'm not cleaning it up. So many years ago. So, yeah. So Preston.
Yo.
How's it looking over there?
I'm just kind of slapping it on, man. Just kind of slapping it on all the areas I want it. It's spotty.
Let me see.
Yeah.
You are definitely going to need to go over that again.
Oh, yeah.
And it's pooling in some areas.
Bennett, do you recommend putting a second coat on while it's still wet, or does that not make a difference?
You kind of want it to dry, but you want to get it on more evenly than that.
Yeah.
Because you could see it pooling in some areas.
Yep.
We'll teach him eventually.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to get to painting. As much as I love building, not prefer, because they're just 2 completely different
I
things.
hate building these days.
Really?
Ever since I got into painting, I'm like, why do I have to put this together? Why can't I just paint it?
Well, let me know. I'll build it for you.
No, because I like to pose them.
That's true.
I do like to I need the head to look at exactly this angle.
Yeah.
But I just get really frustrated building because I just want to be painting or playing. I don't care for
Hope me nudging you didn't mess up your paint.
No, you're
Also using, I think, a layer paint. Well, so am I. I tend not to listen to the...
Yeah. The what Ben's referring to is that there are a lot of bless you, different formulas of paints, and while they do have their own colors, there are plenty of redundant colors. Base coats have a really high opacity, so when you put down, you can put down a single layer over your primer, and it will really, really clearly cover that primer in one coat because it's got that really high opacity. It also has a different texture to it, so it will hold paint on top of that better. And also, because most primer is black and white, just because it's the most readily available, that's the way most people learned how to paint, you want to have a base coat over your primer that's a certain color for you to paint on top of. If me blowing into the microphone like that is driving anyone crazy, let me know. Ben, did you have your X-Acto knife? Yeah, chat us up, please. T-Med, thank you for being with us.
Chat.
Thank you for being our chatty Cathy, T-Med. But at the same time, we'd love to hear from the rest of y'all.
You're looking for an X-Acto knife?
If you don't mind.
I might or might not have one with me today.
Gotcha.
Give me 1 second so I'm not wasting this paint.
Oh, no worries. Thank you, T-Med. Thank you for the thumbs up. Oh my god.
I'm so cool.
Were you sneezing?
Yeah.
You had your mic in your mouth? Chat talk. Thank you, T-Med.
Chat talk. How many
Chat
people
talk.
are in chat right now?
I don't know.
Chatting up.
I don't know.
I just got a new phone, my first iPhone, and
That's a good question for Ben. Hey Ben, if you could let us know how many people are in chat right now, that'd be really cool.
Thank you. Yeah,
you know what we
having
can
a
do?
cigarette.
We could view right here.
Yeah.
I thought
the
that
viewer
didn't work.
They're not paying attention.
It
to
does,
us.
but it doesn't show people who aren't.
They don't like our show.
Doesn't show people who aren't
Not
registered.
even,
It only shows registered Twitch
I
users.
see.
So you get an idea of how many people are chilling around. So next week, these are the last of my Tyranids. Next week, I will be bringing in my high quality painted stuff. This is my really low speed painted quality stuff. And we'll get into advanced painting. And then later next month, I think I want to get into live games on stream.
Love it. I would love to bring
But I
my...
want you guys to get your armies painted.
Yeah, I would love to get my friend Kevin in. He's the guy who got me into the game. Preston's the guy who got Ben into the game.
Put Kevin against Preston.
That's what I've been thinking.
Really?
And we'll just call them both noobs. These noobs.
They are... Kevin, like myself, is another junior game developer, and we love this game. This game has informed a lot of the stuff that we do, or at least inspired, if not informed us. And I thought it'd be great to have, Bennett and I's two old friends who got us into the game, being reintroduced to it after such a long hiatus. So they're basically noobs. We're not going to be teaching them the terms like, oh, this is a turn-based game, which means there are player turns and game turns. They know stuff like that. It's that they haven't...
Is Kevin a lore guy? Is he really into the lore?
He definitely appreciates it. I don't know if he's
I know
super
Preston's a
heavy
big
into
lore monkey.
it. Yeah, thank you for
lore.
that super cool blockout leprechaun, T-Med. That's cool. Yes.
I don't even know. Feeling like duty, good.
Duty.
Basically.
So, so Preston, you want to build your Tau, right? What do you want to get for it?
Well,
what's next on the Tau purchase list?
I want to get the retaliation cadre.
What is in that?
A Riptide, a XV-88, a new commander.
So the broadside.
Yeah, the broadside, the Cold Star battlesuit guy, and three crisis suits. Yeah, and the thing is like
no fire warriors.
No, I got enough fire warriors. Yeah, and to be honest,
you can never have enough fire warriors.
To be honest, like I kind of see how this meta is going for the Tau, and it's basically be as strong shooty as possible.
Yes.
That's not true. People are bringing the Riptides into close combat because Tau is just learning that monstrous creatures have AP
in certain circumstances, for sure, I could see it being like I can bottle up this one guy for a while the rest of my dudes, clear up or can react to him or whatever. But I think in general, it's shooty but strong shooty, and like Fire Warriors are just not strong enough.
Strength 5 isn't strong enough.
Toughness 3.